And I think everybody here, all of our colleagues, fully supportive of Senator McConnell and his team, people of Kentucky, people of Arkansas who've been so impacted by this horrible disaster, and we'll support them in every way possible that we can. Let me just, if I might, talk for a moment about what's happening here with respect to the Democrats' massive, reckless tax and spending spree. We got some information just in the last few days into last week that shed some light on kind of where we are in terms of the economy. And the economic news with respect to inflation showed that inflation is at its highest level in 39 years. Almost 40 years since inflation has been where it is today. And somebody pointed out that back in 1982, E.T. was in the theater the last time inflation was this high. But it's not a transitory thing. The Federal Reserve has now removed that description from their lexicon in talking about inflation. This is something that is impacting people's budgets on a daily basis, whether it's food, whether it's gasoline, whether it's rent, utilities, everything is being impacted right now by this run-up in inflation. And even if you were getting a pay raise, a pay increase, in many cases it's not keeping up with the cost of inflation. So many people in this country are getting what is a de facto, an actual pay cut as a result of this rapid increase in run-up in prices. So it seems like a really bad time to be talking about spending a whole lot of new money in the economy that would further exacerbate this inflationary problem, this crisis that we're currently experiencing. And then coupled with that piece of news on inflation was also the report from the Congressional Budget Office that pointed out that if the programs the Democrats are proposing here in their reckless tax and spending spree were continued, and every expectation is they would be, that the actual cost of their proposal isn't $1.7 trillion, it's actually $4.9 trillion, almost $5 trillion expansion and growth in government in the Democrats' reckless tax and spending spree. And what it further pointed out was that the revenue that they expect to raise from the tax increases that they already have in the bill will come dramatically short of covering that. In fact, it would leave a $3 trillion difference, $3 trillion, which would be added to the federal debt in this country. This is a massive expansion and growth of government financed with big tax increases and huge run-ups in the federal debt. I can't think of anything that worse that we could be doing right now with the economy where it is than adding trillions of dollars to the debt, increasing taxes, which could hurt our economy and cost us jobs, and further add to, with all this spending, the inflationary problems that the country is already experiencing. So all it takes is one Democrat. We've said that repeatedly. I would say it again. All it takes is one Democrat to put the brakes on and stop this thing dead in its tracks. And that is exactly what should happen for the good of the American people.